All right, we're holding today's Daf Zayin. L'refuas Leah bas Chaya Rivka. We're holding Daf Vavam the Beis. Today's Daf Zayin. So we're going to start from time of the Kos of Kra, like 8 lines from the bottom.
Next word. The next word.
We had yesterday. We brought yesterday 2 psukim that say Lo Takrivu, and the final word in the pasuk is Lashem. From that we have a little goat over here, which represents the Sar HaMishtalech HaYom Kippur, the Sar LaAzazel. That you're not allowed to designate a Balmum as a Sar LaAzazel. So the Gemara goes into it. How is it possible to even have a situation where you could designate it as a Balmum? It's in there today.
This also?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure. There's 4 psukim you'll see. There's about 7 charts today, all psukim. By the way, I forgot to mention to the Olam, welcome back to Kachim. If you haven't noticed, we're back in Kachim. We took a little break, B'chayris Erechin, and now we're back. We're full-fledged in there. So ask the Gemara. Time of the Kos of Kra Lashem, who delay Maisi Sar Mishlech. The reason is because we have a word Lashem. Yesterday we went through this pasuk. All these words have different limudim. This one right over here is the goat Lashem, the Sar LaAzazel. Delay Maisi Sar Mishlech. Holei Rabbi Kra Lashem. But if the Torah didn't say that it's a problem, Havamina Sar Mishlech Bamum Shaper Dami. I would have thought, no.
Works.
You're only throwing him off a cliff. Who cares if he has a mum or not? Mirdi, as the Gemara has it possible. We know and we learned this. When you bring these 2 goats, you draw a goyrel to see which one is shechted, which one goes off the cliff. But since both of them have the possibility that they will be shechted, so they both can't have a mum at the time of the goyrel. So how is it possible that you have a goat that has a mum? Yeah, you don't need a pasuk for it. Without the pasuk, the goyrel makes sure that you don't have a mum here.
You had a mum after the goyrel.
But you didn't do it. You can't add a mum to it. You're designating an animal with a mum, and that's a problem. You get malchus for it. So you brought 2 animals that don't have a mum because you have to make a goyrel. When exactly did you put the mum on that animal? When exactly did you designate it? Omar Rav Yosef Hamani, Chanana Mitzrihi. It goes according to Chanana Mitzri. Do Omar Afilu Dam Bekois. So you shechted the animal, the goat that has to go on the mizbeach, and you did Kabbalas Hadam. And then what happens? The Sar HaMishtalech drops dead. Now what do you do? So you need to bring another Sar HaMishtalech. Obviously, you have to throw one off the cliff.
Bring another set.
So what do? Says Chonan HaMitzri, Mevi Chaveiro Yumizaviglo. You don't bring another set. You bring one more, and you say, okay, this second goat is the Sar HaMishtalech. Now I don't have a goyrel anymore. What? Of course we did. I'm telling you, no, well, it's kachim. So a lot of things are going to repeat themselves. But yeah, almost everything is repeating itself now. We feel like we know Shas. Come on, we learned 3 Mesechus, we know Shas. Akol Parim, you bring another Sar HaMishtalech, and in this Sar HaMishtalech, you don't have to do a goyrel, because we already know that guy's dead, his blood is already in a cup, all you do is bring him. So in this case, I would think that you could bring a Sar HaMishtalech with a mum, because anyways you're throwing him off the cliff. Chomash Malon, this word Lashem, that in this specific case, you cannot bring a Balmum.
Why do you need to bring another one? Why are you talking about the other one? Why are you not talking about the same one?
Which one? He's dead. I said he died.
Yeah, he died, but you don't need to say that he died. You just said mum. He got mum.
No, but when did you designate him? When were you magdish him?
Yeah. When
you were magdish him, there was a goyrel, and he didn't have a mum. And then what happened?
Then he had a mum.
Yeah, but you didn't do anything wrong. No, the issue is to be magdish. Lahagdish balmum. You take a guy with a mum out of the klov. What? Not to be makriv, to be magdish. Not on the mizbeach.
There are 5. I said that there are 5 shamas, right? One with a data issue.
Yeah, the first one. This pasuk right over here, as we're going to see, this pasuk number 1, Taweh Nati. Lo takrivu. It's also to be magdish. This pasuk is the magdish one.
The time wasn't about more.
All right, Zok the Gemara. Okay, that's sounds good, but there's a problem. There's a concept of dichui, right? If you push something off, there's a machlokes. Maybe it gets pushed off forever, or if you dichui is a rejection. So we rejected this blood in a cup. You have blood in a cup. You're about to put it on the mizbeach. The partner, the guy that you're supposed to throw off the cliff, dies. Now what happens to this blood? I can't do anything with the blood because it doesn't have a partner. So I run right away and I get a partner and I make him a sar mishtaleach. But now you want to rectify the dichui. The question is if I could use this blood or not. Okay, so Chanan HaMitzri holds that I could use this blood. That's his chiddush. Mehecha Teisa, the Chanan HaMitzri says that in the second sar mishtaleach you don't have to do a girl. Maybe I have to bring another set, another pair. But wait a minute, not like what you're thinking. Another pair, I do a girl, which one is the Sar HaMishtaleach? And the one that's supposed to be shechted, Yirat Yistav. I don't do anything with it because I already shechted one. The pair is just to do a girl because every single one, each one needs a girl. And I can't just take one out of my barn and say, oh, this is Sar HaMishtaleach. It has to go through the girl process, pair him up to the dead one, and the other one, Yirachi Stoiv. But Mehecha Teisa, that there's no girl. And Memela, if there's a girl, then I have to make sure that it doesn't have a mum.
Why?
Oh, because girl doesn't, you're right. It's a good kasha. Good point. I hear you, kasha. Because anyways, you're not shechting it. But the girl, you can't go into a girl with a mum.
It has to be Roy Hashem, that's why. Right.
Even though it doesn't have to be Roy in this case. That's what he's asking.
Which one has to be Roy Hashem?
By a girl.
Oh, but anyway,
But when you do a girl, it has to be Roy Hashem. You're right. You can't go with Chanan HaMitzri. Reb Shimoni, the Sanya, Reb Shimon says, Mamish Mefurish, no questions asked. If one of the two goats dies, maybe Chaver ben loy hagrala. He says straight out, there's no girl. If there's no girl, maybe I could bring one that has a mum. Komashman Lashem, no mum. Divrei Reb Shimon. Rav Amar loy nitzrecha kigoyin shuhumam boy bayoim v'chilula Chaver. The Azazel one became a balmum by itself. You went and you did a Temurah to it. You said, I'm going to take another one that is a balmum. So now I have a situation where you're asking me, how was it possible before the girl? It happened after the girl, and I did a Temurah. And the chiddush is that that's also a problem. So initially, I have to make sure that it doesn't have a mum because it goes through a girl. But now I don't care that it has a mum because I'm just throwing it off the cliff. This is also a problem. So yesterday we went through this, that there's 5 isurim, you could be over on 5 lavim if you're magdish and bring to the mizbech and go through all the process with a balmum. First, we had this pasuk that tells us that if you're magdish a balmum, you just take an animal with a mum and you say this should be a carbon, you get malchus. Then it says in the pasuk v'isha lo yisitnu, we said lahakriv. That's number 2. Lo yisakrivu shchita. Actually shechting it. You get a lav, putting on the mizbech, you get a lav, and then you mehem is ktsas, and al mizbech we said is zrika, and soon we're going to see that this might not hold up. This zrika thing.
What's Mehem?
Mehem is even part of it. All of it and part of it. 2 lavim if you put all of it on, because all of it also includes part of it. My time in the Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Yehuda, Amakro. Now, where does Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Yehuda come along and say, I have a 6th problem? A 6th lav, called Kabbalah Saddam. Just receiving it in a vessel, I get Malchus. So he says, oh, here's another pasuk. Pasuk number 3. Loi sakrivu. Another loi sakrivu. It's talking about beitzim, and it says all the way at the end, loi sakrivu. Why does it say loi sakrivu again? It says in the Torah 4 times loi sakrivu. So he learns from that
We thought that Akriva would imply halacha rather than Kabbalah. Bring it near.
Yeah, halacha is always. No, he's just saying the word, the takriv. But over here, we're not even talking. It's
the whole thing. There's Akriva to mean to be matish, to shach. It's got different meanings. Takriva just means.
He's just saying he likes the meaning. In his dictionary, takriv means
The whole point
halacha.
it's got multiple.
I'm saying halacha is more Akriva than Kabbalah.
All right. Zu Kabbalah Sadam Shomer Rabbi Yossi Rabbi Yehuda. U'Tanakama Hailo Takriv L'Amali. According to Tanakama, that doesn't hold that Kabbalah Saddam is Asur. So what does he do with this Loita Krivu? Miboyerle Lizrikas Domim. He needs it for this, right over here. Yesterday we said Alam Mizbeach. Izrika, no. Tanakama learns it out from this pasuk. Perek the Gemara of Anafklim Alam Mizbeach. You said yesterday, Anom Beis, or whatever it was, the Zrika comes from this word. This is not a good drasha. Alam Mizbeach is just continuation. Where are you going to put it? Alam Mizbeach. It's not, you can't be medayik, it's not extra. Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda Nami, Orcha de Krohu. So Rabbi Yossi also is missing now a limud for Zrika, and he's going to have to learn his Zrika from the same pasuk that the Tanakam is learning his Zrika, and Mameli doesn't have an extra leitakrivu. Rabbi Yehuda holds that Zrika is a lav. He holds this 5 plus 1. Where's this plus 1? From this word. But Tanakama learns like this word for Zrika. Rabbi Yehuda also has to admit to Tanakama, this is Urcha Dekra, this Alam Mizbeach is not extra. And Achanami, you're right, good point. El Kabbalah Sadam and Olei, Nafkale Maha. This is a 4th pasuk. Here we go. Number 4. Umiyad b'neichar lo takrivu. It says over here, Zu Kabbalah Sadam. Show me Rabbi Yehuda. Well, Tanakama, Hai lo takrivu l'amali. And what do they do with this 4th pasuk? Barley lahai sogadat chamino hoyel v'leistav b'nei noyach elam mechusar yivarim. We learned in Avodah Zarah that a guy could bring an animal with a mum. Just he can't bring an animal with a mum that's missing a whole aver. A whole limb, maybe since he's allowed to bring it on his little backyard mizbeach that he has, so if he brings it to our Beis Hamikdash, we'll accept it. Kamash Malon. So that's that. What? I see you're scared. Scared. I see you're afraid to ask. Baruch Hashem. Yeah, accomplished. I have to say, I wasn't even on that one.
This would be a good quiz question. How can you be makruh an animal
with? Hello. It's not worse than his drasha. He said something about Geshmak, and now I can't say the word Geshmak ever again in Shir because he said it. Yeah, it is a very Geshmak word. But you ruined it for me. Like I ruined it for him. That's the whole point. The point is to ruin it for others. I'll tell you if you're exposed or not. If you said over the Maisa to your wife, then you're not exposed. If you didn't, then you're exposed. If you did you say you told her? Then you're not exposed. You're not exposed. You're fine. Anyways, I just did this real quick again at 7:06. This came out of the printer, so it looks somewhat like this. If you could even see it. What's the difference between the first lashon and the second lashon that we're about to learn?
You have to stop putting at the bottom of the page, the timestamp.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Gary will see it on his thing. Gary, tell us what time it was saved on your computer. I'm not kidding. Look it up. The difference between lashon aleph and lashon beis. Basically, right now we learn from the pasuk moch. According to everybody, we're learning from the pasuk moch, which is the 3rd pasuk, right? This pasuk right over here. According to everybody, we learn out the concept of zrika. We went away from the zrika in the pasuk that we had yesterday. In the first pasuk, Alam Mizbeach, we said this is not a good. This is just derech. It's a good lashon. What? So Mela Moch comes to say zrika even according to Rabbi Yossi, according to the Tanakama. Ben Nechar, and this we're going to stick with both the shaynas. Ben Nechar means, according to Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda, Kabbalah, which we don't agree to. That's the 6th Aveira, according to Rabbi Yossi. And Tanakama holds a mechusar aver. Fine. Now, Lashon Beis is going to say something different. That moch doesn't come to say zrika. According to everybody, moch comes to say a bamas yachid. That even when you have a private bum in your backyard, you can't put an animal with a blemish on it. And we're going to go back to Ma'alam Mizbeach. We are going to learn zrika from this. Everybody agrees. Rabbi Yossi and Tanakh, no machlokes is that. We go back to that. And then Benechar is the same exact thing as the first lashon. Benechar either, according to Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda comes to teach us Kabbalah is an avera, and according to Tanakama, Mechusar Aver is a problem. Let's see it inside. By the way, yesterday, beautiful vart. Mendy Auerbach asked his chavrusa, what's pshat that in Temurah there's so many lishna achrinas, another lashon. Even in Rashi there's a lashon ala. So you did on the spot, came up with a beautiful pshat. I love it. He said, oh, very good. Yeah, you heard this before? He said that, what's Temurah? Temurah is the pshat that you have something, a good carbon, you want to make it better. So Hakadosh Baruch Hu says you're stuck with it. So you had a good lashon, it was good. No, you want to make it better, you know what? Now you're stuck with it, now you're going to confuse it with lashon aleph, lashon beis, lashon achrina, everything's lashon achrina. Daf Yomi Masechtas Temurah.
Now you have to keep up.
There's Rishonim says they had, there were like two manuscripts or three manuscripts.
Yeah.
And they got merged. The one had one lashon, and one had another lashon.
Right.
That's the truth.
And they merged.
Exactly. We're saying Chassidish Torah here. You're telling us emes. Who wants emes? The var was good. Okay. Anyways, no, I don't think he was being serious. I just thought it was cute. There was Lishna Achrina, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda, Oimer. Sometimes those kind of kashas require those kind of tirutzim, right? Yeah. Lishna Achrina, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda, Oimer. Afal Kabbalas Hadam. So right, we're starting from the beginning. Rabbi Yossi Yehuda says there's not 5 lavim. There's a 6th lav called Kabbalas Hadam. If you take a blemished animal and you receive its blood in a kli, that kohen gets malchus. My time idachsivu moch v'kosus lo yisakrivu. From the 3rd pasuk lo yisakrivu. Zu Kabbalas Hadam. Uzrigo nafkli mal mizbeach. So we learn zrika from the al mizbeach from the 1st pasuk that we said before that it's just a lashon. It's a lishna of the crow. Well, Rabbanan nami tepuk lahu zrika min ala mizbeach. Let Rabbanan learn zrika from there. I know hachanami. Everybody does. Vela lo takrivu the moch lamay asa. What do they do with the 3rd lo takrivu? Mapkinan lebamas yachid. If there's a mum, you're not allowed to bring a bal mum on your own private backyard bama. He also learns this halacha. And hachanami el takrivu the kabbalah min olei. Now they go back to what the first lashon also agrees to. He learns Kabbalah, Zukabas Adam, when they bring their own personal carbon, they're allowed to bring a balmum. They're just not allowed to bring a really gross balmum that's missing a whole limb. Okay, we should accept their halachas, except a balmum as long as it's not missing an aver, komash milon. Mikolela deloy mikablinon. Maskev lo Rosh Lakish. Shemaloy shoninu el betam shenas balmum ve'oiver di balmum mikoro diklo ba'almahu. Maybe when the Torah says that you cannot bring a balmum, maybe this whole list that we're discussing now, all these isurim in a balmum, only if he was born regular, he had a shasa kosher, so to speak. You elder, all of a sudden he developed a mum. That's a problem. But why should I say that an animal, it's a very strong kasha that the Gemara actually needs a teretz for. Why should I say that an animal is born and created with a mum should be any worse than a tree? A tree also, you can never bring on the mizbeach. It's not something you bring on the mizbeach. But if somebody brings it on the mizbeach, so you brought a chair, you threw it on the mizbeach, and we're not going to give you malchus for it. So this animal that has a mum, it was never able to go on the mizbeach, so who cares if you put it on the mizbeach?
Maybe it's not a mum.
No, I don't think the Gemara. It shouldn't be any better, any worse than a tree. Your kasha doesn't even begin because it says in the pasuk sarua v'kolot. What's sarua? We learned so many times sarua. Right? If one eye is larger than the other, one limb is longer than the other, sarua. Now that an animal's born with. Kolot, his hooves are not split. It's born like that. Yet the Torah says, So you can't make a distinction between mikar and not mikar. You see that Torah says that even mikar is considered balmum. Amalei, he's not done. Maybe this whole halacha of a balmum is only by Temurah. This nan choyme b'Temurah mebezevach. The halacha is like this. If you redeem a balmum, right? You have an animal. You designated an animal as a carbon, and he developed a mum. So you redeem him. That's not a problem. You're allowed to eat it, but you're not allowed to do gizav avodah with it.
Even after redemption.
Yeah. You designated a perfectly healthy animal. He developed a mum after you made him a hegdish.
Some level of condition.
So what do you do? Right. What do? You redeem him. You're allowed to eat it, no problem. You shecht it, you eat it. But you can't ride it, you can't shear its wool. It still has a little bit of dusha there. What if you designated a balmum to begin with? And then you redeemed it? You're allowed to do whatever you want with it. What about Temurah? Temurah? Huh? We're done with that. We're done. 14 things, that's shalom.
Tomorrow, no.
So now a guy has Temurah. He has an animal that has a mum, and he says this balmum should be instead of another carbon. That Temurah is worse off. That Temurah you can never, if you redeem it, you can't use it for gizav avodah, even though it had a mum to begin with. Even though it was before you did Temurah, it had a mum. If you're magdish a balmum, you could redeem it and you could shear its wool. If you do Temurah to balmum, you can't redeem it and use its wool. So what's worse? What's more chamor? Temurah is more chamor. This nan. Choymer b'Temurah mebezevach shekein gedusha chalale al balmum kavua. So Mela says, Rish Lakish, maybe this whole concept of Isser, of bringing a balmum, is only in Temurah, where you see that Temurah is we're very makbid on Temurah and a balmum. What? You missed the whole sugya yesterday? Where everybody got together, they looked really hard throughout all of the Torah. See, how can we get this guy to be over the most lavim? What's the max lavim he could get? We came up with 5. Let's add a 6th one called Temurah. We're not talking about amai. That's it. So, end the story. Lav the Temurah. So there's no 6th lav of Temurah. Can't be talking about Temurah. So then the Gemara just goes back. Elamai bebalmumi kara, am I lucky? Dikla balmu. So what do you do with the problem that Rish Lakish brought up before? It shouldn't be worse than a tree. When you bring a tree, you're not degrading the mizbeach. You didn't do anything wrong. It doesn't belong in the mizbeach. You're not degrading the mizbeach. You put a piece of metal on the mizbeach. No. What you're doing is a degrading act. Why are you taking? You have a balmum in your hand. You should have brought a healthy animal. You don't have one? Sell it. Exchange it. Do something. By you bringing this balmum, you're doing something degrading. That itself is what causes the isser. Lishna achrina. Oh, now it all makes sense. Why is the lishna achrina? No difference really in the kavanah. It's a bezoyin. The deka leka b'minoi loylaki. There's no in a tree. There's nothing that
In its min
that you don't get malchus. La puki balmum the kivin deka b'minoi loki. In its min you could do it, and memela now that you didn't do it, you get malchus. And therefore, says Rava, let's take it one more step. We're talking about a bizayin, about degrading the mizbeach. Even if I took this animal, I don't say that this animal should be the carbon. I say this animal should be money to buy wine. You also get malchus. So, here's the pasuk. I hope this helps and doesn't confuse.
I can't take an animal and be makashit for.
Bedek habayis. You could. It's a mitzvah.
But not
That's
for-
this. That's this right here.
For the sucking of.
Not l'tzoyrech. Not to say it's specifically. This should be a carbon, and this should be in the sachem.
So you can take a Baal Mum and make it, and say, take the money
Where?
from this animal. and,
This is this pasuk. So ruah v'kolot. If you have a baal mum, it's a good thing to make it a nedava. You make it a bedek habayis. Nedava ta'asoisoi uleneder lo yiratza. But don't put it on the mizbeach. This is not good. So what the Gemara is doing here is the Gemara is taking this word nedava and neder and using the neder together with nedava on the top of the pasuk, the beginning of the pasuk, and the Gemara is also taking the nedava and putting it on the bottom of the pasuk. Meaning, the beginning of the pasuk says it's a mitzvah, or you should take a baal mum and make him a bedek habayis. That's a nedava. Nedava means this specific animal. What about a neder? The Torah doesn't say what you should do with a neder. A general specification, it's a general thing. I want a animal in the world to be bedek habayis. A baal mum should be bedek habayis. The Torah doesn't say that. This animal that has, it's limping and everything, that I want for bedek habayis. Oh, but just to say I am going around the world, I'm going to find a baal mum for the mizbeach. Maybe I shouldn't do it. So memela, the word uleneder, even though it belongs with lo yiratza for a carbon, I can use it as if the Torah says surua v'kol nedavat hasoisa uleneder. Stop. The neder goes in the beginning of the pasuk. Or I could say a neder is not going to work for the mizbeach, but what about a nedava? Maybe nedava should go on the mizbeach. So it says nedavat hasoisa neder lo yiratza. The pasuk starts from the word nedava, goes together with neder, and goes to the bottom. Simple limud. I just like the colors. Yeah. Half the word goes here, half the word over there. Fine. Nedava tasois, but before we get there, tasois is zeh kochi bedek habayis. Ve'ini nedava neder minayin. How do I know the difference between neder and nedava? As we said, nedava means this specific animal, neder means in general. Tamaloymar ule neder. Ule neder, the continuation of the beginning of the pasuk. Yochel afilu kochi mizbeach. Maybe tamaloymar ule neder lo yiratz is a kochi mizbeach. Maybe I could bring it on the mizbeach. No way. You can't bring a baal mum on the mizbeach. Lo yiratz. Ve'ini ule neder. But the pasuk only says ule neder lo yiratz. It doesn't talk about a nedava. Tamaloymar nedava, that nedava goes together with neder. Nedava tasoisu neder lo yiratze. Rabbi Yomi lo yiratze, no. Lo yiratze bartzoaz gufe hakosim medaber. So now we're going back to Rava. You didn't like Rava so much, so you're gonna have Rebbe. Rebbe says that the pasuk is talking about lo yiratze, is talking about his guf to get a kapara. Hainu tanakama, no. So anything that has to do with kapara, nesachim or whatever, no good. My love, no. Tariga masovar, filu actually the main nesachim nami lucky. V'Rebbe sovar b'atzos gufoi lucky, ava b'dmei nesachim loy lucky shmami no. Rebbe comes along and says no. The pasuk is saying when you're getting a kapara for your body, that you can't bring a blemished animal. But if you want to use a blemished animal for wine, gesundheit, that's not a problem. He's mechulik on Rava. Velo oisoy lomeli. Over here, I didn't want to mess it up. I wanted the red to flow, so it's not highlighted. But this word oisoy, what do we do with? Liglisanyo, and this we learned yesterday, but it's more clear over here. Nedava tasa oisoy, oisoy tasa nedava, viata oisoy tomim nedava lebedek habayis. That when a person takes a perfectly healthy animal and makes him on a davat bedek habayis, that's a no-no. You would think, why not? I'm taking a beautiful cow and I'm giving it to the Beis Hamikdash. No, cows go on the mizbeach. You want to do something good with it, give it to the mizbeach, but don't give it to bedek habayis. Bedek habayis give gold, silver, but not a perfectly good, a healthy animal. We don't have enough healthy animals. Keep it for the mizbeach. Now, Rabbi said, here comes a beautiful pshat. This is an assay here. It says tasa oisa. You should do it. It doesn't say lav. It's not loisas. It's an assay. Uminayin ap loisasa. And how do you know that you're over in a lav? Shenema veidaber Hashem el Moshe leimor. From the word leimor. What does the word lemor tell us? Limeid ala parshu kulo shehi belav. It's actually a lav to take a perfectly healthy animal and put on the mizbeach. Liber Yehuda. Oh, the Rebbe Bakar Paro. My mashma. Bedek habayis. Sorry, bedek habayis. That's what I'm saying, Menachem. When you don't come, it's a problem. You need to come. You're a magichir here. I'm not kidding. Dichsiv lemor. Anybody that helps out here is a magichir. Dichsiv lemor. What do you learn from the word lemor? You take the word lemor, you make it loy nemar bedvarim. That it's a nemar loy. It's saying a lav here. That's what it is. Lemor loy nemar. That it's a nemar loy. The Torah is telling us a lav. Oh, so beautiful kasha. So Tosfos says, and let's go just 1 second before we touch it. Let's finish, and it'll be even better. Rebbe Amri loy emoir. That the word lemor means tell them that it's a lav. Loy emor. Tell them it's a lav. Ask Tosfos and Noam. It says, I don't know how many times, I once read, it's like 100 something times. How many times? So every single time it says it's a lav. Says Tosfos that over here it's different because it's a lav abo mechlal asay. It's really an assay. So the Torah says lemor to add. Oh, and the art scroll brings down the sefer Korban Aron. He says a beautiful pshat. Mamash had a lot I know from this pshat. He says, if you look at the pasuk, it says Vayidaber Hashem Moshe lemor. That's pasuk Yizayim. Pasuk Yitches says Daber el Ari v'bono v'kol b'nei Yisrael v'amarta aleim. So lemor is completely extra. Over here, lemor is a chidush, is a yitur, and I could darshan lemor. But in the rest of the Torah, ayin shom in the rest of the Torah. If there's another pasuk afterwards that repeats itself, but I'll put him over here. The pasuk completely repeats itself. The lemor is not necessary. Beautiful pshat. I might have a lot I know from it.
And bottom line is that Chachamim Achalek and Rabbi Yehuda and they don't say that.
Okay.
I told my grandchildren that Lema was Moshe Rabbeinu's surname.
Oh. How many?
Moshe Aaron Lema, so Lema was their family.
Moshe Lemor. Itmar. What? What was Gishmak? My pshat or his pshat? Idmar Hamale everybody mumim legabi mizbeach. If somebody takes a whole oila, a balmum, and throws it onto the mizbeach, omarova over mishum bal taktiru kuloi umishum bal taktiru miktsasoi. We learned you're over on 5 lavim. What are the 5 lavim? Magdish, shechting, bringing the whole thing on the mizbeach and bringing part of it in the mizbeach. 2 lavim in 1. So if you bring a little part, you're over on 1 lav. But if you bring the whole animal, you're over on the whole animal, but also the whole animal has a little bit of an animal. So you're over 2 lavim. Yeah, but that's the whole, whatever you can bring here, the whole. So go back to this concept called lav shebeklalois. These nebachs, these people don't learn Daf Yomi, don't know what this is. Lav shebeklalois. You can't get 2 malchus for 1 source. It's 1 place that tells us these two averis. And Mamela Abai says, no, I only get 1. Meisvei, Hamagdish Balimum Ligabi Mizbeach, Oivim Shu Chamisha Shemo, is Tiyufta Abaya. How in the world is Abaya going to explain this 5 lavim when he just took out 1? He said that the whole thing and part of it is 1 lav. So now you're down to 4 lavim. What is he going to do? How do you have 5? Amma Abaya, Begavri Katani. It's talking about 2 people. If I take 2 individuals, Reuven and Shimon, do different averis, they could come up with 5 different lavim. If one of them eats part of it, and the other one eats a whole of it, together they have 5 different lavim. You yourself, you're only going to be over on 4 lavim total. But if I add another person to the mix, he'll be over on 5. For the Gemara, that doesn't make sense, it doesn't fit into the words. It says that 1 person is over on 5. It doesn't talk about 2 people. It doesn't say over. I'll try another thing. Let's take out. I have to take out Aktoris Miktsasoi because I said it's lav shebeklalois. Aktoris Miktsasoi and Aktoris Kuloi is 1 lav. So let's take that one out. Vayel Kabal Sadam. I'm going to go with Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda. I'm going to put in Kabal Sadam as my 5th one. Frag the Gemara, Kabbalah's dam, the Rebbe Yehuda, Isle, the Tanakam Lesle, Kasha. How could Abaye go with the Rebbe Yehuda and leave Rabbanan? That doesn't make sense. Lishna Achrina. And now we come to the second lashon. V'am the Sefer Rebbe Yehuda, Reisha Rabbanan. Who knows? Maybe you did use right. V'am the Sefer Rebbe Yehuda, Reisha Rabbanan. So it has to be that it's Rabbanon and Tiyufta Abai Tiyufta. How could Abai go with the Rebbe Yehuda?
Here is the difference between the two traditions.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Kasha we always say is a noun. Tiyufta.
Who says this? The article brings this down?
No, that's a difference.
Yeah. But by the way, we had yesterday Tiyufta on every single one of the 14 ones, and we had a perfectly answer.
No, but when it says tiyufta means it's not.
But it doesn't say Tiyufta. Oh, Tiyufta da Abai Tiyufta. Oh, very good, very good. Nice. Geschmack. Rabbi David, you hear what your son just said? Laibi said Tiyufta, the Abai Tiyufta, that is no kircha. Different than yesterday, where there was a Tiyufta. There's only one Tiyufta, and the Gemara said it's not a problem. Very good.
What's the difference between just Tiyufta or just Kasha?
Yeah, that happens to be.
What would be the difference? Huh?
No, Tiyufta is a refutation. It's gone.
That's if it's Tiyufta.
Yeah.
But if it's just Tiyufta.
But yesterday's Tiyufta is not. The Gemara says a perfectly good answer.
Tiyufta and Kasha.
Oh, that if there's a here, I would say Kasha is even better than Tiyufta in that case. Who knows? Says the Mishnah, HaKoyhanim Mamirim Mishalem. If a kohen has his own animal, he's about to designate. Of course, he could do Temurah. No chiddush here, right? Yisrael Mamirim Mishalem, and Yisrael does Temurah on his own animal, and a kohen does Temurah on his own animal. And HaKoyhanim, here's the chiddush. If a kohen, what happens? Yisrael did an avera, so he brings the chattas to the Beis Hamikdash. Before he comes to the Beis Hamikdash, he could do Temurah. He doesn't like it; it's too small, it's too big, whatever. He tries to switch into another animal. That's Temurah. He comes to the Beis Hamikdash, hands it over to the kohen. So now I would think that maybe the kohen could take this chattas. It's his. It's not his. It's in his rishus. He just took charge of this animal. He's going to shecht it, and he's going to do Temurah. No, the kohen cannot do Temurah. Not in a chattos, not in a oshim, not in a b'char. Now b'char is a big problem. Or b'char is completely the kohen's. I understand that he can't do a chattos and a oshim because it's not his until when? When does it become the kohen's really? After he's shechted, he has his parts. You're not going to do Temurah on parts. You want to do Temurah on a live animal. When it's live, it's not his. But a b'char is mamish his.
From the beginning.
It's not mamish from the beginning. From the time that when it's born, it's sort of his, but not his, because the Yisrael still has the right to give it to any kohen he wants. So he has bailas. But once he gives it to the kohen, it's his completely when it's alive. So since it's alive, why can't he do Temurah? It's his. It's a matana. Okay, so he starts off saying, listen, there's no difference between a chattas and a b'chor. They're both matanas, and just like a chattas, a b'chor also. You can't do Temurah.
B'chor is a physical b'chor. You can't remain there on a physical thing.
You could. No. Whoa, the Yisrael for sure could be meimer, right? The only difference we said is that you can't put it on the mizbeach.
The thing that was born.
Yeah, but it has kedusha. I hear what you're saying, but it has kedusha. As kedusha's
Not kedusha, the physical.
Yeah. You can't make him a first. If he was a second born, you can't make him a firstborn. But the kedusha of the b'char, whatever kedusha it has, you put it on the second animal. No, you didn't understand. I was talking about because they're not alive. But a b'char is different. The kohen owns it when it's still alive. Yeh kodesh means in the same conditions. Where do you do Temurah? In the Yisrael's house. So too, by the b'char it has to be in the owner's house and not by the kohen. Not hasam b'char moichem moisei tam chai. Maybe I just did this also real quick. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said, because he has a schus to give it to whoever he wants. I don't remember what time this came out. Gary, what time did this come out? 7:02. Anyways, maybe this one came out last. I don't remember what. Anyways, this came a little before. According to everybody, just to maybe a little bit of say, I don't know if this will help or not, because it goes back and forth. We have a Bechor Tam Chai, we have a Bechor Tam Shachot, we have a Bechor Balmum Shachot, we have Bizman Hazeh, we have Beis HaMikdash. So just to confuse a little bit. But here, I made a little bit of a seder here. According to everybody, L'Kula Alma, these things are L'Kula Alma, this is where you have a machlokes on the bottom. According to everybody, you could sell a tam that's alive, Bizman Hazeh. Today, you own a sheep that's a bechar, you could sell it no problem. And if it's shechted, Bizman Hazeh, you could also sell it, L'Kula Alma. But you cannot sell a shechted.
You can't sell a tam.
You can't sell a tam that's shechted. But a tam chai in the Beis HaMikdash, one man omer, Rav Nachman says you're not allowed to sell because it has kedusha. Let's see it inside. Nan awesome. Bechor moicher moisei tam chai ubalmum chai v'shachot. Umakachem moisei yisho. It's completely the koyens. Omer Rav Nachman Omer Rav Baravua lo yishonu ela b'zman hazeh. Hoyel v'isli l'koyens chiyah b'gavei. Au b'zman shebeis hamikdash kayom kivin the tam la krovu the koyi. It's not like his because it has to go onto the mizbeach. E moicherim oisoi tomim chai. So in that one case we have a machlokes. Rav Nachman holds you cannot sell a healthy bechar in the time of the Beis Hamikdash because it designated what?
Maybe he's clarifying.
Eisvei Rav Nachman. Here. Eisvei Rav Nachman. Moicherim oisoi tomim chai. It says that you could sell a healthy live animal, chayin shachot loy. Now wait a minute. When can't you sell a shechted animal? Now I'm going to pin you down to see if it's in the time of the Beis Hamikdash or not the time of the Beis Hamikdash. Emas, ilem b'zman hazeh miketam shachot. In our days, even in our days, if you take a bechor and you shecht it, what is that called? Kachem b'chutz. You can't eat it. So we're talking about in the time of the Beis Hamikdash. It says mefurish, you could sell it. So that's how I at least learned. I think that's how they're learning. That there's machlokes here. They're going to be machlok on him. Rav Nachman is going to answer a shtickle d'chak, but it doesn't mean that they agree with it. It's always like that, Noam. The guy that asked the question, he doesn't hold like that. He's not, just because you have an answer doesn't mean he agrees to your answer. You're going to go with your answer. I'm not going to be masking the answer. Okay, so look it up.
That's if they said.
How does the Mesifta say? You have a Mesifta, look it up.
They said a statement. Here they didn't say a statement. They made a blanket statement.
They asked him a question on his
They
thing.
asked the kasha and it is matans.
Okay. Ain sham. Lo'ilam. Fine. You know what? Look. Time out. Look what I wrote here. I said Rav Nachman Asers. I didn't say machlokes. I took it out. I actually did write machlokes. I don't know why I took it out. Maybe for you. But I do believe personally that's a machlokes. Lo'ilam is manazeh. Well, look it up.
Heart knows that it's not.
We're subconscious. Lo'ilam is manazeh. We're talking about in these days. Mikotari moichem moisei tom chai in shochaloi. You made that diuk. Haguva azal hashminon. Bizman hazeh nami. Moichrin oisoi, the kohen could sell it. That's gufa the chiddush, that the kohen could sell it, and he doesn't have to wait until it develops a mum. Zman hazanami moichrin oisoi, tomim chai, but nothing to do with shachot. Have a great Shabbos. What time is Shir on Shabbos?
Not here, it's a long block.
Oive, really? Nah. So what time is Mincha on Shabbos? Anybody?